Welcome to Today in History. We've got July 28th. Thank you for joining us, by the way. This is a three-month experiment. 3-month experiment. That's what I meant to say. Where if this takes off, we'll keep doing them. Or else if we get enough donations, we'll continue doing them. I know a lot of folks are enjoying learning about what's happening every single day. I certainly am, as we do a lot of research. And before we start, I want to give credit to some of the sites we go into for resources. There's about 10 sites, but the three main ones is thisdayinmusic.com, the calendar for songfacts.com, and onthisday.com. Thank you. And if it's your birthday today, July 28th, I hope you have a really, really good day. If you know someone who's having a birthday today, send this to them. Put it on their timeline. I'm sure they'll dig what happened on this day, July 28th. We start with guitarist-songwriter George Cummings of Dr. Hook. I can't speak today. He was born in Meridian, Mississippi, 1945. Rick Wright of Pink Floyd, born in Hatch End, Middlesex, England. And we lost him September 15th, 2008. What a loss that was. I mean, can you imagine Pink Floyd without Rick Wright? Kooky. 1949, drummer Simon Kirke of Free, and then Free went on to do Bad Company, was born in Lambeth, London, England. He's still with us, thankfully. 1949, Steve Took of T-Rex is born in London, England, but he died on the 27th of October, 1980. He was only 31 years old. Took's death certificate says his cause of death was asphyxiation after inhaling a cocktail cherry. What a freak, weird accident, huh? 1954, happy birthday to Steve Morse, who just had to officially quit Deep Purple after joining them in 1994. He was born in Hamilton, Ohio. He also, of course, formed Dixie Dregs, which... man, don't get me started on that band. I love that band. People that died on this day. 1995, guitarist Eddie Hinton died of a heart attack in Birmingham, Alabama. He wrote Dusty Springfield's big hit, Breakfast in Bed. He was only 51 years old. 1996, Jason Thirsk, bass player for Pennywise. He dies from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was only 28 years old. Man. 2000, guitarist Jerome Smith of Casey and the Sunshine Band dies in a construction accident. That was in Miami, Florida. He was only 47 years old. And what do we got? 2000, Jerome Smith of... we already went over that one. George Williams, lead vocalist of The Times, dies in Maple Shade, New Jersey at age of 68. This was a big one. 2021, just last year, Dusty Hill of ZZ Top. He passed away. He was 72 years old. And songs and albums. On this day in 1971, George Harrison released his song Bangladesh, which brings attention to the refugee crisis in that country. Oh, remember people used to screw up the lyrics? Slow motion Walter, fire engine guy. I don't know where that came from. In 73, Deep Purple released Smoke on the Water as a single in North America. And what a single it was. Machine Head, what an album. Classic. In 92, Bare Naked Ladies released their debut album, Gordon. Only the Bare Naked Ladies would release an album called Gordon. 2007, Hey There Delilah by the Plain White T's hits number one. For 2 years straight, hits number one in America 2 years after it was first released. There you go. That makes more sense. Not for 2 years straight. That never happened. Who knows? One day it might happen. On this day in 1968, the Beatles had the Mad Day Out, which is basically them going all over London and taking pictures for the next few releases, really. A lot of those pictures were used in publicity, and also, most notably in that picture, 1967 to 70 album, which was a double greatest hits package. A lot of people say it's the blue greatest hits, and the other one was the red greatest hits for the earlier version of the Beatles. In 73, this was a big concert, the Summer Jam, which outsold Woodstock. Watkins Glen Racetrack in New York City. Like I said, out through Woodstock with crowds of over 600,000. The bands were the Grateful Dead, Allman Brothers, and the band. And tickets were only, here we go. Tickets were $10. In 79, in Cleveland, Joe Perry quits Aerosmith. He goes and gets into one of those screaming matches, and it was known to happen back then. Jim Crespo replaced him, but then Joe Perry came back in 1984. And our last one, Ozzy calls this the last good memory he has of the 80s. He performed Jailhouse Rock at the Wormwood Scrubs prison in London. Yeah, his last good thought. Well, the thing that he could remember. If anybody is the term of excess, it's Ozzy Osbourne. If you want to donate to the channel, there are PayPal links at the very top of the description. You can also join our Patreon or buy a t-shirt. We appreciate your support. We're trying to build a new computer. We're literally building a new computer, the computer that edits a lot of our videos for all our channels. Rock History Book, this channel, Rock History Music, our big channel, which should reach 100,000 subscribers this week, so thank you. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday is today, July 28th, put this video on their timeline. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. So I'm John Beaudin. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our videos, and, like them, spread them, put them on people's walls, put them on the appropriate group walls. And I'll be back tomorrow for more Today in History. Thanks for hanging out with us. As we always say, it's nice having you there. We appreciate you and we love you, man.